So let's see what is all here in the Bootstrap grid system. Bootstrap includes a responsive mobile first fluid grid system. As I said, like this all responsive web design is possible because of this grid system itself. Bootstrap grid system scales up to 12 columns, alright, as the device and viewport size increases. So it all depends on how you want these 12 columns to use. If you are using more than 12 columns, means if the total columns you have consumed is more than 12, then the remaining data will be fallen into the next line. We'll see that all in the practical implementation. These 12 columns can be used accordingly on the basis of different screen sizes. Alright, as I said, like it all depends like how you want to consume your 12 columns. So let's see how these 12 columns can be managed, or how we can check like which is your large screen and small screen. So basically it is all depending on the number of pixels that you can check while working on any screen. I'll show you that on the practical implementation itself, since I'm working in a laptop of maybe a 14-inch screen. So I cannot show you the large devices because the pixel number will be way more. Yes, for the other things, if the number of pixels is less than 768, then it will be used maybe mobile device. All right, extra small devices means mobile device, maybe 5-inch, 5.5-inch mobile screen if you are working with. So it will be like that. Number of columns will be 12 for all screen sizes, as I said. All right, class prefix means when you will be splitting the those 12 columns, like how much columns you want in first means on for a particular column. All right, class prefix, these class prefix means the CSS classes of Bootstrap will help you to split those 12 columns into different numbers. So let's start working with this grid system practically and see how a same page can have a different layouts for the different screen sizes. So before getting started with the grid system, let me tell you the changes which I have made. I have added one more style sheet which I have created by myself here, that is styles.css, where I just put some attributes for customizing any div tag. Alright, so now let's get started with that. So basically while working here, what I'll do, I'll just start putting a div tag here, and what I'll do inside, I'll just make it nested. Alright, so this is div inside a div. So this is, let's say, first div, and similarly let's copy them 2 more times and let's make changes in the text. Alright, now in order to start working with the grid system, what I'll do, on the outer div section I will pass a class name with the name call -lg hyphen. As we know, the total of all the things which we want to put on a same line should be 12. So let's say here for the first one I put 2 as a column. Similarly here what I'll do, class call lg, let's say I want to put 8 columns out here, and again for the third one I will say class call lg 2. So 2 plus 8 plus 2, the total is 12. Alright, and here what I'll do, I'll again put a class so that it will give you a clear output, and here I'll use my box div which I defined by myself. So let's copy that and paste it here in the remaining 2 as well. Save it, and now let's execute it. Alright, so here you can see. So what I'll have to do now to start working with this, I will put one more div and will use a class called row, so that all these divs will be there on a same row. Alright, so let's close this div at the end. Alright, And now let's refresh this, and now here you can see the first div, second div and third div. Total it is 12 and it is very properly occupying the complete width. So for here I have just defined the width for the large, so as soon as you will move out from the large size, it will show its default way to put the divs. Alright, if you want to make different styles for the different screen sizes, you will all have to define right here as well. So for example, let's take one more div out here, and here I'll say fourth div. Alright, now let's change the width size here. So for the first I'll say it should be 3, for second it should be 3 again, for the third one and fourth one. Alright, let's come here and refresh. Now you can see there are 4 div in the same line. Alright, now what is happening here, if I'll move from the large screen and I'm coming for the middle size what I want at that particular time. So for that what I'll do, I'll just give a space and start giving another style here in the same line, call that is the medium devices, and for the first one I want 6 columns to be occupied. Alright, so the first column, the first div will occupy 6 columns out of 12. Second will also take 6 columns. Okay, let me copy that because I'm going to put the same for the remaining 2. So now you can see the total is exceeding 12. The 1 and 2, the total is 12. So what will happen, as soon as the things will come out from the large screen aspect, in the medium size screen at a single row there will be 2 divs. Alright, and then the next 2 divs will be shifted in the other rows. So let's refresh that and let's start changing the screen sizes. So as soon as the size will be, the width of the window will be under the range of small devices, medium devices, you can find that there is first div, second div, third div and fourth div. Alright, so because now both of these particular divs are taking 6 columns each out of 12 from that.